Three, two, one. Hello everyone. Today we are gathered here to do yet another debate, and the topic that we chose today is dine-in versus taking a parcel, which is better. And I will be supporting the topic. That is, I will be speaking in the favor of dining in, whereas Kemal will be supporting that we should take parcels or takeaways. So let us start. Dining in is not just about the food; it's about the experience, the aesthetics which you get in the restaurant, which you cannot really get at your home. When you are dining in, you are not just paying for the food; you are also paying for the experience. And like the major advantage here is in the whenever you take a parcel, your food will be compressed in like the shortest space it can take. But in case of a restaurant, when you're dining in, the food can be presented in a much better way, which increases the aesthetic value of the food and like make you more increases your appetite even more, and may it may also help you in like the food will be even more tastier if it looks good. One major advantage of dining in is that you don't have to do the dishes later on. You don't have to wash the cutleries or any utensils. You can just go eat and come back. Don't have to do any work. Another major advantage of dining in is the freshness, because the food is prepared and like served right away. Whereas in case of takeaways, it can be a possibility that it may take a lot of time, and by the time you get the food, it might not be as hot and fresh as you might have expected. And also, like whenever you are given an option to dine in or to take a parcel, you will be having too much choices when you are taking out a parcel, because there are all the restaurants you can order food from, which can slow you down, and you might like keep on going on comparing prices or which restaurant to try, which is not really the case when you are going to a restaurant. And speaking from more economical point of view, for restaurant, it is actually cost effective if they have dine if they prefer customers in the dining, whereas like giving through the delivery agents, because they have to pay the delivery agent first. Then there will be some charges that the third party apps like Zomato or Swiggy might charge them. So for that reason, it is beneficial for restaurants to have dining options rather than giving takeaways. Yeah, that's my take on dining versus taking out a parcel.
Yes. Okay. Today I will be speaking against dining. That is, I'll be supporting parcel culture, and I have some strong 5 points to support this. Firstly, in the when firstly about the customization of the environment, which is a major thing. Like if I want to have a movie night, or if I want to sit with my friends and just loudly speak or do whatever I wanna do, then it is not really viable to go in any restaurant and be very noisy there or watch a movie there with on a ipad or anything. So for that reason, I think customization of environment really helps in like a parcel helps in really customizing the environment, and I can do whatever thing I want to do with the while eating. Secondly, I would try to say about multiple food options. Like I can also customize my palate. Like if I want, maybe if I like chicken from some other place, and if I like fried rice from some other place, I can buy both and then have it. Whereas in dining, that possibility is not there. We can't bring food from outside. Thirdly, I would say about the like if I want to go somewhere, like if I'm out somewhere and on the way to my home, I can just buy for my family some food and I can bring the parcel. I don't need, but in the dining, you want the entire family or entire group to be there. So that is one thing which really affects, which I really don't find a good option. Even when I was in hostel, like some days if I wasn't well, my other friends would bring the parcel from down hotel, and that really helped. Like you don't need to physically be present and move from one place to another. Next, I would like to speak about the food delivery agents like Swiggy and Zomato, which is like they are getting benefited from them. And also the tiffin culture, like some housewoman or some like people some like a lady from the house, or a houseman, they sell some food as a tiffin or something, which they might not have a place like to dine in and bring the customers inside their house, but they can sell the food, and which also serves a good as an economy. I would also draw back again from the hostel perspective. There was a lady who used to bring tiffin for us in the hostel, and that would really help us, and even them, because they should generate some money, right? And lastly and mainly, I would like to focus on the gifting culture which a parcel provides. Like if I want to go to any of my friend, I would maybe buy some samosa for him. Maybe I would just order something and give to them, and like it helps in even in that perspective. So these are some strong 5 points why I feel parcel is better than dining. Yeah. Rebuttal phase.
Yes.
Um, Okay, what about first question? I would like to start with the last point which I mentioned about the gifting culture. Like you, if you want to give somebody some food gift, and like it is not really possible for them, you won't call them or they come here and we'll do dine in and have food. Like it's much better to take parcel of some maybe samosa or maybe any burger and go and give to your friend rather than calling them there. What do you feel about it?
Like having such experiences, like sharing something or like gifting, I don't really think you give someone a fruit as such. You may prefer giving chocolates or something else, but when it comes to the food like samosas, it's usually not the case. You don't really give food to the other people. And yeah, that's it.
Any question from your side?
uh,
Okay, I would ask, if a person is not well, or if he is not able to go move to some other location, isn't parcel the best option for the person? Even during
but
lockdown, we have faced the similar issue. Like we weren't able to go out. Lockdown is an extreme condition, but if the person is not well, just
uh, but again, if the person is unwell, then it is not really advisable even to like have outside, like consuming outside food. It's not really a good thing, I would say.
but he have to have something, right? Like maybe if he's not well to even cook something for himself.
I mean, takeaway is one option, a possible solution. But we can even ask for like some relative or some friends to like cook for him or like have something lights like fruit or something. That's only thing I could say.
Any question?
Uh, okay, what about like taking the example of delivery agents like Zomato or Swiggy? Like they even have to deliver food in extreme conditions like heavy rain or yeah, heavy rain. So like in the heavy rain, or mostly people order food during afternoons for lunch probably. Then in the countries like India where it is really hot, it's really tiring for them, right? So don't you think it is a bit inhuman?
Uh, I would not say it is inhuman as such, as they are also getting paid and that is their job. And rather, it would be very tiring for the working people to go as a full group somewhere to dine in. It would be more difficult for them. So I'm not saying that they are not facing something bad, but I would say it's their job.
Uh, okay, sometimes like restaurants mess up your order. Like they take multiple, a single delivery agent can take multiple orders at a time. And if someone is a pure vegetarian and some by mistake if they deliver some non-veg item in their house, then it's a very bad thing, right? Like for them.
I think the same fear also arises in the dining option, right? Like you never know what somebody will do.
Yeah, good one. But at least in that scenario, you can prefer going to dining in like pure veg restaurants only, and not like mixed restaurant where they serve both.
Yeah, I would say the same answer. Like you never know what is happening. What about the customization of environment which parcel is providing?
Yeah, you can like order from multiple places, but again you have to like you have to pay the delivery charges, and like they charge you a lot if you, and they also have like the minimum order value. If you want only one item which costs like under 200 or 100 rupees, you again have to pay like a hefty delivery charges, which sometimes cost almost same as the item only. So it's not really economically viable option.
Uh, I think you are mistaking the entire debate to be like food delivery agent was yes or no. I'm not saying about that parcel. I'm saying about one friend can go and get the parcel and just have.
Yes. Okay, on the similar line, like if you are dining in a restaurant and you want some only the certain amount of certain item, maybe a gravy, they can just refill you like a little amount which you need. But in case of a dining in case of a takeaways, you like again have to go to the shop or like order again, and it's not a good option, right?
Yeah, that is actually a good point which you mentioned that you don't get a refill. Mm, for that, I would say like you have to be satisfied with whatever food you are having. Like maybe you order again or you go again and bring something. There's no other option to evade that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah,
Feedback.
it was a decent debate.
Yeah, it was a decent debate. Yes. Mm,
Feedback or thinking from other side first.
let's think from other side first. I don't really have any feedback. I have written some words which I forgot to use, like using word like comfort. You get comfort at home. I forgot to use that word. And okay, let's think from other side. Yeah, Ayush, would you like to start? You have any points?
Yes. Yeah, you corrected it. You corrected it a little late. Whenever all my answers was based on, I was limiting the parcel to only like delivery agents like Zomato, Swiggy. But parcel can be anything. Like even you going in, or maybe like not popular here, but maybe in UK there are like drive-throughs where you can, while driving, you can collect and just go. Okay, so some points from your side would have been, if you are having a restaurant or dine-in, you like need a good space and like a good culture, like a clean, hygienic environment, which is not always the case unless you are like going in premium restaurants or something. That's why it is like better to have food at your home. And like in the metro cities in India, like Bangalore or Mumbai, there like the restaurants there are, they don't have any seating arrangement. They just, you have to stand and eat. Like they have like very small platform where you can keep your plate and just eat. And I don't really like eating while standing. It's not really, I even think it is not really good for your body to
Body.
like digestion and something,
Yes.
scientifically probably, but I'm not really sure. And also some, you could have mentioned like about like cloud kitchens. Their main model only is based on like, they don't have any dining. They just cook food and deliver.
Hmm.
Like it's one of the very major,
Emerging
like a
industry.
business model, I would say. Yeah, about cloud kitchen. Then in restaurants, usually very long waiting time. Usually, like if the restaurant is crowded, and even if you are going in the fancier restaurant, it
Hmm.
takes time to get your food. But in case if you are ordering online or maybe taking out parcel, you can just maybe call in advance and do your work. And whenever it is ready, you can go and collect. And like similarly in Zomato, you can order, do your work. Whenever it comes, you can have your food. You don't have to wait for it.
Yes.
And like for about the drive-throughs, like initially they were like in the restaurant model only, but then they later realized that having, instead of having a dining options, it would be like more better for them to have like a drive-throughs where they can order in that microphone kind of thing,
Hmm.
go through the window, collect food, and go like eat while you are driving or something.
Yes.
I'm not really huge fan of it. Even I'm like pretty happy that it's not in India yet, and I hope it won't. I will be happy if it doesn't come here.
Hmm. 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 Yeah.
Have you seen like any of those drive-throughs?
I can you define it again. Like I do not really get what dive to means.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No,
Okay,
no.
so I'm not sure if it is there in UK, but it is surely there in US and Canada. I've seen videos. So like it's like not a restaurant. You don't have to get out of your car. You in your car you come at one particular place.
Hmm.
So there is a kind of a micro mic system. You don't meet the person or the kitchen yet. Like like there is a queue of cars. You come here. Some person will talk to you through a microphone, and you give your order, and then you drive to that particular place, and they open the window and they give you a parcel, and you just go out.
I think I have seen a meme once. Like they were pranking somebody. Like they were coming again and again, so that they thought they are
Yeah, yeah,
repeating something in the. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Understood. Understood. That is
So
called
it is
drive
very
to.
popular. Yeah,
Drive to. Okay.
uh,
I
it is
haven't seen
popular
it
in
yet.
probably US
Okay.
and
Okay.
Canada.
Hmm.
Not sure. Have you seen those?
No,
It's there in UK.
never, never. Yeah, that's it, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Uh, just to acknowledge really great points about cloud kitchen, and all, I completely forgot. Just wanted to clarify: is the tiffin culture like somebody selling tiffin same as cloud kitchen?
yeah. I think so. Yes,
Uh-huh.
almost.
Yes. One point that I have written here, time, and I have circled it, and I was also thinking on the similar line that somebody you have to wait for your order to come, and that is very time sensitive, right? But then I thought you would be asking me about you have to clean your dishes and all. You same take the same time later, so I avoided, but still time would have been a good point. Okay. Speaking from your perspective, I have some points. Firstly, about why dining is better. Okay. Firstly, about generation of plastic waste. You get the plastic increase. Like everything has to be in the plastic or some containers, which and it can't be really recycled because you all the curry stains are inside. Firstly,
Yes.
that. Second, about one phase where you were speaking about. veg and non-veg, and somebody like I said, it the fear is also there in the other side, but the other side you can at least see the food. So like you don't have to bring it and then see, you can at least see it there itself.
Hmm.
So it becomes better, and if there's any issue, you can solve it there itself. But in the parcel time, it could be like it could be much longer process. Third, I felt you will be asking me about the hot, like you get hot food, like you mentioned about
Yes,
fresh. Yes,
yes. I
yes, yes,
mentioned the point. Yes.
yes, yes. I had in mind that I would be mentioning something about, like in Japan, there's one technique, like you get a tiffin where you pull a thread
Yeah,
and
it's pull a string something and it warms up by
yes,
some chemical. Or yeah, it's
yes, yes.
quite innovative.
Very innovative. Yes. Okay, one point, another point which could have been a good point from your side is being active. Like I feel if you do dining, like you are not that active to go out. At least that little walk would help you to get some good outing. uh, Next I would say about okay, once you start buying from outside, you build a habit, and like you won't really cook at home. Like if there's little bad time, you just go and like order something outside, which is a good point. Actually, it will again affect your health. And even if you get small cravings, you'll keep on buying from outside and not like
It's kind of addictive. It was a good point. Yeah.
addictive. Yes, yes. uh, Next is about the smell. This I have said, like if I take parcel and go to any place, like any other place, like maybe office, it could be very smelly. But if there's like I come out and dine in, not a very major point, but I just wrote it. And last point is about, I mentioned you can customize your environment, you can watch movies and all. But the whole point about eating is that you should just focus on eating, and that entire thing breaks when you say,
The same, yeah,
yes. So
concept
dining
of.
dining is like one sacred place where you just come, you eat, you go. And it is also like which is that Isha Foundation. In Isha Foundation, you're not even allowed to speak with anybody while having a food. Like they will come with board and say, do not speak. So the whole concept of eating is to nourish yourself and not watching TV. You can just have it and then watch TV maybe later. So yeah, that was another good point which you could have said. Yeah. Mm,
Feedback.
feedback. I don't really have any feedback as such. Do you have any feedback?
Yeah, kind of.
Mm,
Uh, like I like when you every time structure it very well. Like you started, I actually kept a note like all your 5 points if they were actually 5 points.
mm,
Like you started with I have strong 5 points and you mentioned everything. I was just counting and taking a note, and even during the concluding, you said like these were my 5 points. I really liked it. Yeah, you do it almost every time, and
yes.
you are pretty consistent with it. Then, what was the example? Uh, like you said something about the time and you thought that I would ask you a question something, that's why you kind of didn't mention it.
Mm-hmm.
Whichever point it was, like don't have a such assumption, whatever
Yes.
your point, just say it.
Just say it. Just say it. Yes.
Like, just counter it afterwards.
Yes.
Don't have any assumption if I say he will say this and then I don't have anything.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
I have given this feedback during our one session,
One session. Yes.
that
Yes.
feedback session, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And just now when you mentioned about the activity while you are dining in, what do you picture when you are when you hear the word dining?
When I picture, it is like a place. Like I could imagine just Raj, like going at Raj
Raj,
and
okay. Yeah, no, for me, dining is like a bit different experience. Like, yeah, even Raj is will be considered as dining, but when I here think about dining, I think like going to a fancy restaurant with a family and uh, like it's a long process. I would say Raj is like quick, you get it quickly and you go. It's very
uh,
affordable
uh,
and like I don't really picture that as a dine-in experience.
yes.
It's like I don't know. I don't even think it will be called as dine-in. I guess.
Yes. Lunch in.
No, no. I think there should be some word for it. We'll check on
Yes. Yes.
uh,
Yes.
ChatGPT
Yes.
later.
Yes.
And
I can understand
also
what you're
like
saying. Like even like we are not used to go out for food and all.
yeah,
So maybe it happens once in a like once after a long time. So
yeah,
maybe that
yeah.
is what
That
you're saying.
that dine-in there is like kind of an experience there in a dine-in, which is not like in your like
Day to
which
day.
you don't really get in the Raj. We actually used to go like mm, pretty frequently long back, like when I was young. I was when I was in high school at that time, used to go like in the restaurants with family quite often. But it in recent like post COVID, I think we like didn't even went even once. Like was kind of missing that experience, and like I wanted to go during one of our birthdays, but even that cancelled
Hmm.
because there was always the option of like having a takeaways, or
Uh,
you get very specific food and you don't really have to uh, uh, like all go through that process.
yes.
Become very like, kind of lazy, I would say, from our end.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Not lazy, but maybe like uh, more effective and like not really enjoying the experience, paying for the experience as such.
Yes. Yes.
Because what issue happens is like my mom don't eat chicken,
Huh.
and me and my dad eat. So like whenever we go to the like any decent restaurant, then mom usually orders veg, and you don't really get for one person, right? So the cost usually goes higher. So it's
Uh,
not really a maybe that is the reason we don't um, anymore go out for
for
food.
food, yes. Yeah. One reason that I feel is also that you have to go like everybody has to go, and it's like little
Yeah.
mess. But when I thought, when you said about, give me clarity much about that Raj is not like dining, that time
Mhm.
I could understand how it even meant for me when like I used to go with my relatives or family out for food. It used to be really special. As Jopa, as bahar hota Jopa. It used to be
And
really
like
special.
it was kind of a good experience,
Yes,
not like a daily thing.
yes. And a feedback for you. I hope you had brought this feeling in me in the point session and not now.
Aesthetics, yeah.
Yes, yes. No,
I
aesthetics.
mentioned in the
Aesthetics
point,
sounds very like show off kind of thing, but
yeah,
you should have be little emotional side,
more about the experience, I would say.
experience and emotions. Yes,
Hmm. I wanted to do something like, do you remember when you used to go out with your family to have? But
that
I'm not sure if everyone can relate to it.
that was so. No, it's about your experience, right? That would have been really like that would have been best. I think.
Hmm.
I don't really have any feedback for you, but now you have a feedback.
Cool.
Cool. Okay, group discussion.
Okay, group discussion. I kind of did it
We
right.
kind of did it, but yes, just one line. What do you like, dining or
Uh, if like the price is same, then I would prefer a dine-in. But from time constraint point of view, parcel or takeaways is much better option.
yes, yes. For me, I would say like if I'm if I'm like if I want my whole family is out, it will be like dine in. But if my family is not like at home, then I'll bring parcel. And again, time constraint, same thing.
Have you like, recently dined in with your family?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
I went for my dad's birthday, or no, my birthday. We went out. Yes,
So March.
March. Actually, after a few days, we went like birthday.
Yeah.
Like,
Actually, that is actually a good point, right? Because usually when we used to go out, it was probably during someone's birthday, or like even if you go out, like some relative's birthday, we go to a fancy restaurant
yes,
usually.
yes,
Yeah, I should have mentioned like in a this way, like birthday or something.
yes, yes, yes. Uh, I still remember those three things to convince anybody. Ethos,
Convince
pathos,
anybody.
legos. It should be logical.
No.
You bring some logical evidences and convince somebody.
Uh,
You
Logical,
otherwise
emotional, and
you bring yourself at that level to convince somebody like Elon Musk will come and tell you something. You listen to them rather than listening
oh,
to me, or you make them emotional and make them listen to something. Bring emotions out from them. So I think the
probably even
ethos
this
side, the
could be
emotion
used
side,
in like in case competitions also.
yeah, yes.
Sell your idea very emotionally. Not case competition, even in businesses,
Yes,
probably.
anywhere, I think to convince anybody that those are the three best things. So I think you really lack at the emotional side. Like
Hmm.
in the if I look back out for all the debates, you don't really go in that line. So I think
Yeah.
you should practice on that. Okay,
What are the three words which you just mentioned?
ethos, pathos,
The-
legos, all logos, I guess.
hmm. Yes, ChatGPT.
ChatGPT Phase, yes. It was a pretty good topic, right?
Hmm. Indeed.
Indeed. You need more time?
No.
Yeah.
I think we covered almost every point, and only good point which we kind of missed is like whenever you're dining in, it's kind of a social meet. You can go for any meeting, or they have mentioned about dates, or what was the other example? Uh, the meeting dates or family gatherings. And if something goes wrong with your food, you get immediate assistance, which is
Yes.
not really the case if you are like taking out parcel. And like the local food, like the Raj example, there is no specific word as such, but it could be considered as like a counter service or something. Like you collect from the counter, and the waiter doesn't always give you the food, or like a fast food restaurant, like a KFC or something. So it's not really a dine-in kind of thing.
Yes. I have some points. First is about when you do dining, you can see the environment. Like, okay, that is also possible in Pasada, right? You can see the like how the people are there around. Okay, not this point. Community engagement you mentioned.
Hmm.
Then employment you could have also stated like the waiters who are there or also get employed, but parcel they like they might lose their job, something in that line.
But they will become delivery agents then.
Okay, okay, yeah, both side coins. Then you mentioned about alert. The if something goes off, then somebody can check. And I want to add something. Recently, my dad has to do some courses, and in that he has to learn about some allergens in the food, like what could cause some allergy and something. So there is a little training. In India, we don't really see that. we don't even care much about it, but it does matter. And they are
Contain
trained.
soya,
Yeah,
that kind of stuff, right?
yes, they are trained to handle that. So yes, it's better for dining perspective. Next, I forgot to mention about AC charges when you were mentioning about the delivery charges. And at dine-in, there could be noise, and you will have to wait for table and
Nice.
all those stuff. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Aish. Do
Okay
you have
then.
anything to add, or we can end them?
We can end.
Yes. Thanks for coming, Ayush. It was great day
Yes.
having you here.
See you next time.
See you.